Wow, there you go. It's Pantera with Strength Beyond Strength from the Far Beyond Driven release. And that goes out to the illustrious headbanging, devil may care, foul chris-akin.
What's wrong with these fucking microphones? Fuck! Fucking brand new microphone. It's doing the same fucking shit.
You must have a lot of dust in your office.
Fuck, dude. I take care of the microphones. I do. I keep the cover on it most of the time and shit.
Except when you're swinging it around your head and, doing a fill ensemble,
Yeah.
station.
Bang it on my head, split my head open like Anselmo, like, like he does.
Right.
Oh, man. The booze is kicking in.
Apparently. What's going on with you and Steph? What did you do?
I'm not going to get into it. I made a shitty comment. Sorry, darling.
Okay.
I made a shitty comment that I shouldn't have made.
All right.
Just leave it there. I don't even want to get into fucking explaining it. Sometimes I'm a dick, even to my friends.
Okay.
And that would be one of them.
All right. Well,
enough said. Move forward.
All right. I'll accept that. Our good friend, the Demon, in the chat room.
Yeah.
She sent over something that she thought that we should look at and review quickly.
Okay, let's do that.
Apparently, Chris Holmes, formerly of WASP, sings.
Sings?
Sings.
He barely plays guitar. How's he going to sing?
Well, that's my point.
All right.
So we're going to take a listen to this real quick before we move on to something else.
Yeah.
But just to remind you who Chris Holmes is or was.
Yeah.
This is Chris Holmes of WASP, and you're rocking hard to the classic metal show.
I hear singer's voice there.
Hey, kids, this is Chris Holmes of WASP. I listen to the classic metal show.
Hey, kids, it's me, Chris Holmes. I'm going to sing you a song now. I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be your suicide. Do it sound good, kids? It's me, Chris Holmes, mean motherfucking man.
Right.
Jesus.
All right, so let's check this out. I haven't even heard this, but
What is it? Is this called Chris Holmes?
It's former WASP guitarist Chris Holmes sings in his new CHP album, Nothing to Lose.
What does CHP stand for?
I don't know what that stands for. Chris Holmes.
California Highway Patrol?
CHP, I imagine it would be Chris Holmes plays? I don't know.
Chris Holmes is pussy?
I have no idea.
All right.
So the name of the song is called They All Lie and Cheat.
I wonder what he's talking about there. That seems pretty veiled.
Okay. CHP. I don't know. I think the CH maybe stand for Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes plays?
Maybe.
Parties?
I don't know.
Poops?
Let's see. Let's listen to Chris Holmes. Let's listen to his stylings of Chris Holmes.
Here's some CHP, baby.
Going to catch a freight train at the station.
By the way, I looked it up. It's Chris Ham Paddles.
How much does this sound like a Marshall?
Can't you see?
Yeah, it's Marshall Tucker Band's song.
sings that song? Is that who sings
Yeah,
that?
the Marshall Tucker Band.
What that woman?
Exactly.
She fucking cheats on me.
Right.
That's his version of it, I guess.
That's what it sounds like to me.
There it is.
Should've known better. Oh, fuck. What can I say? Young, dumb, and I wanted some. Wouldn't listen to anybody anyway. Dumbass. My pops gun told me, son, listen to me. Don't trust that damn witch. Only in time you'll see.
Now sing, Chris. Can't you see?
Can't you see? Oh, can't you see? What that woman? She done fucked me.
Right.
What the hell was that vocal?
That's him singing.
Dude. All right. Do you have the whole album or just the
No,
one?
just the song.
Oh, my God. We need this whole album desperately. This might be in the running to bypass Infirmary Kids or Bag or any of these other
Well, what we
horrible
need
ones.
to do is get him on the show.
Oh, that is tomorrow's mission. I will be contacting Chris Holmes. That's
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'd never screw you over. You sleep with your best friend? I'm gonna sleep with all your friends.
Now for the second time. Son, listen to me. You didn't learn from the first one. You're on the same damn street, can't you see? Blind as a bat, just flying in the wind. Like a dog living for the moment, only to catch his bone again.
Can't you see?
That's exactly
Oh, can't you see?
how that twat, she cheated on me.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what that sounds like to you?
It does. It's like a remix version or something.
I'm sending this link over to you.
Okay.
Tell me if that thing around his mouth doesn't look like an unshaved twat.
Where are you sending it to?
On the Skype instant message.
All right, send that shit right here.
I did. I just sent it to you.
Well, it hasn't got... Oh, there it is. Let's look at this YouTube.
Tell me that doesn't look like an unshaved pussy all the way around his mouth.
All right, I'm looking. I'm going to turn the sound off. Looks like Jerry Swanson. Jeez, oh man. It's like honey. Wax that shit.
Exactly.
And what is going on with this fucking bad animation and the green screen behind him with nothing behind it? Was it like he put it on a green screen but then couldn't think of anything to put behind him?
I don't know what it is. It's just a cheap ass home music video.
Good Lord, this is fucking really awful. I'm embarrassed for him. Look at the headline on this too. Chris Holmes finally sings.
Like people were clamoring. When is Chris ever going to sing?
Oh my God, dude! This. The part where they did the close up on his head. It looks like one of those Conan O'Brien bits with a pussy talking.
That's my point.
Oh my God!
Isn't that what that looks like to you?
That's fucking.
That's
wrong.
the only thing I could think of.
That is really wrong. He does look like Jerry Swanson, though.
Yeah.
Holy, I gotta turn this off. I don't know if I want to fucking watch this anymore. Just go fucking spank my dick watching that. Jesus, that looks like an enticing pussy.
It does. It's just like a big old 70s beaver. talking to
all
you.
I need him to do is start drooling so it looks fucking good and wet. And what's with the fat chick?
I don't know. That must be his chick.
Is she supposed to be sexy? She
Yeah,
looks 8 months pregnant.
I know. She's supposed to be hot. She said she's going to go bang all his friends.
Looks like she already banged 2 of them. She's got a big old fucking belly going on there. She's got triplets fucking growing. Fucking pig. Jesus. Oh, man. This video, it's much funnier to watch without fucking sound. Look at him with that fucking close-up on his face.
Horrible.
Oh, my God.
What happened to that guy?
Apparently that vodka took root.
And I'm going to say this not in a gay way, but Chris used to be a good-looking guy. You know, he used to be he used to be the epitome of, your
Oh, my
rock
God.
star. You know what I mean?
Dude, this video, look at the fat girl.
Look at the teeth on him.
What teeth? Those 4?
That's what I'm saying. It's like rotted out of his head.
And what is up with the really bad fucking patch on the back of his jacket with the with the bad fucking anorexic looking middle finger hand on it? Holy shit. Dude, everything about this video is horrendous.
I know.
But
Just again, just pathetic.
fucking snorting.
So there you go. That's a CMS Facebook thing.
Oh, let me put that right on the Facebook right now for the fans that wanna. Oh, now it's doing Richard Nixon stuff. What is that?
Look at Angel of Death. I feel uncomfortable looking at him.
I feel like fucking his mouth. I'm not gonna lie. I know that makes me sound like a homo, but whatever. That mouth looks like an enticing puss.
It does.
It really does.
Oh my God, that's the only thing I could think of when I was watching him.
Jeez, oh man. You think that mouth's ever been around a cock?
Ugh, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
For drug money or something?
Well, Mr. E, the stranger in the chat room, said that song should be titled Ode to Meth Teeth.
There is something to that too. Honestly, do you think that Chris Holmes uses meth?
Looking at his teeth, yeah, I do.
Do you think he can afford meth?
Well, meth is cheap.
Is it?
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's
That's
cheap
why,
for a single dose, but I mean, to get to the point where your teeth are falling out, you got to put a good dollar up.
Yeah, but you can manufacture it yourself too.
Do you think that Chris Holmes works a job?
Boy. Well, I'm certainly sure he doesn't have any of the 80s WASP money left.
That's what I mean. So
yeah, definitely. He's got to do something.
Dude, how bad? What would that guy do?
I don't know.
Work a glory hole?
Sad.
It really is sad. Holy smokes, what happened? Oof.
Angel of Death. Chris, please stop putting these images in my head.
Didn't she send us this video?
No.
Oh, who sent us the
The
video?
demon.
Oh, well, blame Demon. I'm just reacting.
Just makes you sick, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's quite the oof.
Nathan from Kentucky, he could mop jizz at the adult bookstore.
Oh my goodness. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe that's what strengthens his guitar strap, is wiping up the jizz to give it a little bit of texture.
Right.
Could be.
Wow. Anyway, I just thought I'd share.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, that's something.
Wow.
Yikes. It's on the Facebook if anybody can't find it. I just put it up there.
I've met Chris and I've actually spoken with him, and he's actually a really, friendly guy and everything. But now every time I look at him, all I can think is calling him twat face. That's all I can think of. I'm sorry, but that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Oh, boy, is that bad.
Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Yes, G's and S's again, gentlemen. I would like to thank you for giving me this precious gift. I will use the Chris Holmes video and song, if you can call it a song, as an instructional tool the next time I speak with Robert. I will tell him, "You're one step away from this, buddy."
Is Bobby that bad off?
He should be nicer to me and buckle down on his drumming and save himself from this fate. You don't want to wind up like this fellow here.
Yeah, that fellow there. That's one of your contemporaries, Jeff.
We might be the same age. We might have the same graduating year of high school if he graduated from high school, which I doubt. But I would hardly call him a contemporary of mine.
Okay.
And this just goes to remind me why I've been shedding my cumbersome metal cloak these days.
Well, you performed side by side with him in the Ronnie James Dio project, We're Stars.
Everybody and their grandmother was in that project. Big deal. So we fucked the same one. Oh, did I say that? As we were saying about Robert. Anyway, this is why I'm shedding my metal cloak. And when I hear someone like Jason Newsted talking about, "Oh, this is me, I'm metal, this is all I know how to do," I just feel great. I feel great tsunamis of pity for the man.
Tsunamis of pity. Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a man who refuses to evolve. He prefers to remain a child. Does he still have Kiss posters on his wall? It's embarrassing, and I refuse to confine myself in that little box.
Right.
So what posters would you have on your wall?
Well, not too many classical composers posed for posters, but possibly a portrait of Mozart.
Jeez, oh man.
And by the way, I would like to also announce the latest addition to the Operation Mindcrime 25th Anniversary merchandise collection, if I may.
Oh, what is coming up, Jeff? I'm anxious to buy. I don't know what's going on with your merchandise company. I ordered that yachting cap, and I haven't received it yet.
Well, you would want to talk to Susan about that, or our shipping department, Miranda. But she's busy right now. She is a fell-eating young doghouse.
Nice.
But I am calling to announce the release of our, if you'll pardon the expression, release. What did I tell you? I'm obsessed with sex. The official Operation Mindcrime Humidor.
Oh, awesome.
It will store a selection of your favorite cigars in a stylish box with, if you'll pardon the expression, box. with the Queensryche logo on the lid.
Nice.
So Jeff, do you work on these double entendres to craft a way to say things where it both reflects your intellect as well as your obsession with sex?
No, as a matter of fact, these things just come out of my mouth, and I realize, hey, let's think about that a while.
Would that be considered a Freudian slip?
Absolutely, a Freudian slip. Yes. The id is speaking louder than my rational being, and that to me means only one thing, and I'm sure you can relate, Christopher. I've got to get laid, and soon.
Getting a little bit of a backlog.
You could say that.
I said log.
There's a little bit of a log jam in the river, as it were.
Right.
Well, you've got Miranda. She's not your real daughter.
That is true. That is very true.
But I heard Doghouse has been trying to tap that.
perhaps he will grant me sloppy seconds.
Wow.
I don't wish to put myself in the position where I'm taking sloppy seconds from such a disreputable character. In fact, I'm afraid I might catch something, but grim times and grim measures.
Well,
There's
Jeff,
no such
couldn't you
thing
get
as-
any pussy out there on that shiprock tour? There was no fucking horny broads out there on that boat?
It was a sausage fest. I'm afraid to report.
But there wasn't
Now,
one,
this
a
is- this-
waitress.
This is what happens when you bring more of the current crop of hard rock music. At least doing these 80s nostalgia tours, you get lots of bitches. And might I say that there is no such thing as bad pizza.
Bitches.
Bad pizza.
Bitches.
That's great.
Wow. All right, Jeff. Well, thank you for your input once again, and give our best to Robert. I hope he, straightens up his act and toes the line.
Well, I'll just tell him Chris Holmes has a job for you. If you don't like this one, the door is always open, and you can walk through it any time you like.
Sure.
Fuck you, pal.
All right. Wix in the chat room informed me that that CHP stands for the Chris Holmes Project.
Gee, thanks, Chris.
The Chris Holmes Project.
Thanks for spelling that out.
So
We were really trying to get it right. There's a little thing known as us being silly on purpose, and that's what we were doing.
So how much did that rip off a Marshall Tucker song?
Completely.
Can't you see?
What that woman
Been cheating on me. Exactly.